I've been getting it in the comments a lot. Make a video about how to air dribble. Fine, here's my tutorial on how to air dribble as best as I can possibly teach you. So, the air dribble tutorial. Yes, but you know, you can't just do an air dribble tutorial. We gotta make it interesting. So, I'm gonna do an air dribble tutorial, but I'm gonna go from a beginner's guide to an expert guide. So, at the beginning, it's gonna be really basic, but as we go through the video, it's gonna get more and more complex until we become pro air dribblers. By the way, if you're not already subscribed to Sunless Khan's channel, take the time to do that right now. Not a sponsor, but a good friend of mine. I know him very well through YouTube. Alright, but you can't air dribble like a pro if you only have 10 hours in the game. It doesn't work like that. So, in this video, air dribble tutorial. For beginners to expert. Let's get right into it. Alright, learning how to air dribble. Okay, this shouldn't be too hard, right? Play, go into training, go into free play. If you are a complete noob to the game and you really don't know where to start for air dribbles, this exercise here is definitely for you. I'm gonna call this the fly off the wall and fly into the net exercise. If you guys are watching this on your mobile phone, I highly recommend open up Rocket League here and follow me through this whole tutorial, and you guys let me know when you guys get stuck in my tutorial. You can't know how to air dribble if you can't do this exercise here. Stay in car cam, jump off the wall, don't air roll, and fly into the opposite post. You can air roll when you get to the post. Okay, start by doing that. If you can't do this exercise, stop trying to air dribble the ball. Do this exercise, and then we'll move on to the second step of my air dribble tutorial. Jump off the wall, don't air roll, and fly into the opposite post. Like that. That's step one. If you can't do that, then I don't even watch the rest of the video. Just do that until you can do it. Congratulations if you could do this exercise. Let's make it a little bit more complicated. Fly off of one post and fly into another post. Most preferably the opposite post sides. Post to post. Don't air roll. If you air roll, you're cheating. Add in a flip in between because you do have an infinite flip if you're driving off the post. So fly off the post, use that dodge, and then land on the other post. This is the basics to air dribbling. Woohoo! Flip. Don't air roll, recover, and land on the wall. Do it again. Boom, boom, boom. Now you're wondering, but we're not air dribbling the ball. That's right, you're not air dribbling the ball because if you can't get your car from point A to point B, how are you supposed to get your car and the ball from point A to point B? Can't air dribble yourself into the net, how are you supposed to air dribble the ball into the net? So, if you've done these steps and you can do everything that you've seen in this video, you can keep watching. Alright, so now you can get yourself from point A to point B where you want to go and you kind of have a little bit of control. You can try to pop the ball up and get from point A to point B. This is how you start by learning that. One way you can actually learn to air dribble really efficiently and really understand what's going on is if you go into a custom game, start a private match, create that private match. Don't play Rumble, play, I don't know, soccer, random, no, that stadium, no bots, name, password, mutator settings, max length, unlimited, and put the boost to unlimited as well. Boost them out. Create the match. All right. Now, why did I do that? I don't know. I made a mistake, actually. Leave. Oh, go back. Custom games. Private match. Create a private match. There's a mutator setting I forgot to add in, which was... Where is it? Where is it? Game speed. Slow-mo. Yeah. Now we're really gonna go into detail how to air dribble. It's not gonna work. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now I suggest if you're having this problem, I remember there was a fix. Instead of putting name, password, just go party only. There we go. Okay, auto playing by myself, and it's on slow mo, which is really cool. I'll explain why this is good. And this is how you should definitely, if you want to practice any mechanic or any skill, slow-mo is a good way to do this. So for an air dribble, you got to have that certain speed. You got to pop it up just high enough so you can come get it, but not high, not at the height where it actually hits the ceiling. So it's all about getting that sweet spot touch. Notice how I hit it. Doesn't quite hit the ceiling, but I'm immediately following the ball as well. But H2K, even in slow motion, I can't get my car to match that ball speed, because yes, it's important for your car to immediately match ball speed after you touch the ball. If you can't get to the ball fast enough, this is the reason why. You're not good at this exercise here. That's right, I have to bring it up. The fly around the ball exercise that nobody does. I know you guys don't do it. Do it. I swear to God. If you can't do this exercise, that's why you're not getting better at air dribbling, flip resets, double taps, anything that involves aerial mechanics. Man. So when I talk about this exercise here, the fly around the ball exercise, this is actually the basic tutorial to teach yourself how to air dribble. Right? Here's why. Because you're learning how to adapt and keep your car centered or pointing towards the ball. Now, I'm not air rolling and I'm making my life extremely complicated, but air rolling for me has become easier than not air rolling. But that is only because I started out with the air roll. But you really got to learn how to not air roll as well to avoid those brain dead moments. For those of you who are on PC and this exercise is a little bit boring, you're lucky because you could do some workshops that practice the same kind of mechanics and work all those angles inside a workshop. Let's get right into that for those PC only players. Another way you could get better at your air dribbles if you're on PC is to go in a workshop and just take any aerial workshop. Let's just do my favorite one because we all know which one I like to do. Lethamir's Rings Map. And I love to do this, and I feel like it's really stepped up my aerial game. It really has. Double taps, air dribbles, ceiling shots. Not really ceiling shots, but you know. Anything that involves flying, basically. This map has really stepped up my game. And thank you, Lethamir, for making that happen. If you have any more workshops you want me to test out, Lethamir, and you wanted to collab, send me an email. That'd be great. I've seen Evampel do this, and they all consistently hold air roll exactly like I do, so I'm not the only one that can do this. In fact, any Supersonic Legend or pro player, or really anyone that's getting decent with their mechanics, can do this exercise exactly how I'm doing it. When you're watching a pro or somebody good air dribble the ball, really pay attention to his setup. You can tell by his setup how mechanically good he really is. Look at this air dribble setup that I do after my Lethamir's Rings Map warm-up, and pay attention really to what's going on with the car, and your mind's going to be blown as to how much control it really takes to get that perfect air dribble. Nice. Did you see that aerial adjustment? Let's put that last air dribble into slow motion. It's not the most impressive, but pay attention to every little detail that the car is doing to position itself for the air dribble. Watch everything and see if you can comprehend what's going on. I'm not a pro, I'm not Posey Vampel, I'm not Squishy Muffins, and I can't double flip, reset, double tap, you know. But I am a Grand Champion 2. So if you want to get the Grand Champion 2, you can listen to me. And you don't want to watch pros too much, because pro gameplay is like almost too perfect. You know what I'm saying? You want to watch someone that makes mistakes and adapts to those mistakes. If you watch Squishy Muffins, like he makes no mistakes. It's insane. There's just no mistakes. Alright, so you at least practice 5 minutes a day, the fly around the ball exercise. Now you're going to notice when you go up the wall, you're way more comfortable by air rolling into the ball and following your air dribbles like you've always wanted to. Once you've played slow-mo, you're going to notice that non-slow-mo is extremely fast, but it's okay. Nice. I'm consistent with my air dribbles on the left wall. I don't know if you guys play sports or... Here's an example. Which hand do you write better with? There's a hand that you're more comfortable with. I'm actually a lefty. I write better with my left hand. You're going to air dribble better on one wall than you are on the other wall. You're going to have that wall where you're more comfortable with. The point is to be comfortable on both walls by using air roll left and air roll right. Be comfortable with both air roll buttons and you will be comfortable on both walls. And how do you learn how to use air roll and not to use air roll? By doing the fly around the ball exercise. I swear. All right. There we go. It's probably gonna hit the ceiling a little bit. I'm gonna adjust, hit the double tap that I want. There we go. Get that angle. It's about minor touches. It's about getting the touch you need to get. Look at that adjustment. And then a butt touch to put it in at the end. When you're going off the side wall, the air dribble is one of many options, and it's up to you to decide which is the best option to use at that moment. You're not always going to have the perfect air dribble opportunity. You're going to have to adapt to whatever touch you set yourself up with. Here's a good example of me adapting to a touch that I personally set myself up with. Once I start on my ground dribble, I'll adapt. I'm almost going supersonic. The ball's already got a lot of speed. I know it's going to get a good takeoff. I hit it with the corner of the car, and now I think a flip reset is actually the best thing to do. So I flip reset. Every situation is going to be different, and you got to live with that. This is like normal speed. Nice. Not the cleanest flip reset, but a flip reset. So if you can do the wall to net exercise without air rolling, and you can do the post to post exercise without air rolling, you can start doing air dribbles properly. But if you can't do the fly around the ball exercise, don't ask yourself why you can't follow ball speed after you get your first touch. If you want to just basically air roll and get to the ball as fast as possible, it's one option, but it's not the best option. And what if you want to start a ground to air dribble in this situation here? You're going to have to learn how to recover yourself and get to the ball as fast as possible. If you want to start a ground air dribble, but to start a ground-based air dribble, you got to be able to just do this exercise here. And once you can do this exercise, and you're already ball speed, then you can kind of like lift it off the ground and start a ground-based air dribble. And to be honest, it just takes practice. I remember being in this situation, getting my first ground to air dribble, and I was like, oh my god, I did it. It took me like 4 days non-stop of just practicing that. Ask any professional freestyler how many times they practice the same shot until they get it right. Their answer is just going to be like a smirk, because they did it so much that the answer is imaginable. They practiced it too much. There's no secret formula, guys. Don't look for the secret air dribble formula. It's all about putting in the time, putting in the effort, and putting in the hours, and analyzing your mistakes. I mean, everyone's making a different mistakes if they're not getting the air dribble properly. This here is a great setup. I have underneath the ball, and I'm aiming for that corner, right? When you're air dribbling though, try to set yourself up on different sides of the net. A far side air dribble is way more sneaky than a front post air dribble. So when you're practicing, try to practice going on the far side post. Here we go. I'm gonna try to go for the back right post off the left wall. This is a good setup. I'm pretty sure I'll get it. There we go, just a little bit. Cool. That's kind of on the right side. The slow-mo is kind of messing me up because I gotta gauge ball speed and car speed. But you can kind of see me readjusting my car position and going and hitting the ball on the left side to get to that right side post. You can see that happening. Every air dribble situation is different. Being a pro air dribbler just basically means you can set up an air dribble no matter the bad touch you get. All right, let's go off the left wall. Nice little setup. Boom. And get underneath a little bit. There we go. Well, notice how I stopped air rolling just to get the position that I want. I stopped boosting as well. I got a bad touch here. Stop boosting, face my car down, and then face it back up right away. And you don't learn that overnight. Oh my god, this video is 14 minutes long, and I can still go and talk another half an hour about air dribbles, but I'm gonna stop it right there because I feel like you guys have enough. I could do another tutorial where I really go into like pro details, but this is a lot to take in if you're just trying to learn how to air dribble. So we're gonna end the video right here. I'm H2K. Hope you guys enjoy my tutorials on how to air dribble and all the other tutorials that I do. Link up here. Stay safe and peace out. Peace out.